Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Manuel Bastian and today we're gonna clean a guitar. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, different video today. It's been a really lazy Saturday. I've had a day off and I've done nothing basically. I'm having a migraine and I haven't taken a shower yet, so yeah, bad hair day. But I thought before I take a shower, I'll get a little bit messy. And yeah, so this is the acoustic guitar I play live. And it's like one of my favorite guitars in the world. It's such an amazing guitar. It's a Levinson LJ-24VS, which stands for Vintage Sunburst, I guess. And that's like 1,000 ball ends in there from broken strings. And yeah, as you can probably see, it's taken a beating over the years. But it sounds incredible. Yeah, look at that up there. Can you see that? Scar. Which is just from rubbing my arm on it, you know? Yeah. Really great guitar. Look at that back. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful guitars. And you know, like when the first time I got in contact with them was when Volker Buchele from Head Music back then, he brought one over for me to check them out. And I was blown away because like you can play those guitars lightly and they sound great. And you can really dig in and they won't compress or sound muffled or anything, you know. Like a lot of guitars, when you really, like acoustic guitars, when you dig in, they sound like they're gonna explode. They go like... So not those. And I actually already have 3 of them. I have 2 of those. And I have a Sangamon, which is like a concert size, but with a dreadnought deep body, which also sounds really good. But that guitar has been retired because like a friend of mine, Steffi, she drew some artwork on it, which looks amazing. I'll show you guys some photos. Yeah, that was a couple years ago, and Andy wants to put some lacquer over it, so I won't rub it off. But he is not sure if the lacquer will take away the actual art and yeah, you know, stuff like that. It's been sitting for years now. Unfortunately, I heard a little bird that told me that yeah, Levinson guitars are not gonna be building guitars anymore, which really sucks because for me, you know, like I've done the thing, I've gone to the music store with like $4,000 in my pocket, you know, and I told them, show me the best acoustic guitars you got. And they all did that thing, you know, like Martin, Taylor, like Gibson, everything, you know, everything top notch. Nothing sounded as good as those Levinsons. And I'm actually an endorser. When you check the homepage, there's my name on it. So I was always, and I have always been really proud to endorse those guitars because they sound amazing. So, out of the fear that I'm not gonna be able to get them anymore, I checked on eBay ads and I found this one, which is exactly the same guitar. And I got it really, really cheap. And I'm just gonna keep it, you know, like this one, yeah, most of the time stays downstairs or even in the car or, yeah, wherever. And I'm gonna keep this around to actually write some songs on it, and or to use it in the studio, or I don't know yet, maybe put some different strings on it and give it an open tuning, something like that. But as you can see, it's really dirty and the neck is like the rosewood. The fingerboard is really lightly colored, you know? And that's not normal. I bet this guitar has been sitting in the sun for ages and hasn't seen a drop of oil. So what we're gonna do today, yeah, and look at that dusty headstock. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape, you know? Like no blemishes, nothing like that. And it sounds amazing too, you know? Almost sounds better than mine. So yeah, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna take the strings off, we're gonna clean it thoroughly, and we're gonna put some oil on the fingerboard and on the bridge. And yeah, look at Joni. Hey Joni, say hello. Yeah, and I'll show you how I do that. And yeah, so let's get right on it. I use this Wera tool set. It's especially for guitars, you know. It has everything a guitarist might need, and I carry this everywhere I go because it's amazing quality, you know. It's not cheap, but oh, it's so much easier to do something on your guitar when you have the right tools, you know. So I loosen the strings. And now here's my wire cutter. And I just cut them. As you do, you know. Okay, so on my guitar at some point the nut came loose. That's what I was checking right there. And it's not loose, so yeah, the loose nut is usually not a problem because the string tension keeps it on. And I've never had a problem with that guitar going out of tune more than usual, you know. So, yeah. So, ouch, Joni, don't attack me. Is that bone? No, doesn't look like bone. Or is it? I don't know, might be. I don't care, it sounds good. And I'm not vegan or vegetarian or anything like that, so yeah, as long as it sounds good and it stays in tune, everything's okay. So now that the strings are off, we can take a look at the frets, and they are in a pretty good shape still, you know, like you can see some dents, you know? I don't know if you can pick that up. You know, like they have little dents on the first few frets. But yeah, nothing that would necessitate in a refret yet, you know. So what I usually do at that point is I'll take some dish soap, like Bril, you know, like anything to get that dirt off, that grime from the last 10 years probably. And yeah, you might be careful with guitars that have like actual nitrocellulose lacquer on them. This guitar is shot in poly, so you can put alcohol on it and, you know, just do whatever. It won't hurt the guitar. So, but guys, check out the difference in color. Just the two fretboards next to each other. Can you see that? And that's not like a different piece of wood or anything, you know. That's dried up. That's totally dried up. It's gonna get dark and beautiful when we're done. So let me get some paper towels. And let me actually put some water on them. Can't see anything. I'm in my bathroom now, which is a good test for the DJI Mic Mini. Oh, by the way, if you have seen my last video on the DJI Mic Mini, it had that strong battery smell, you know, like a broken battery, that sweet chemical smell. And I actually sent them a mail and asked whether that was still okay or not. And guess what? It's not okay, and they're gonna sort me out. I guess they're gonna send me a new one. So this is a wet paper towel, and I put a good amount of dish soap on there, you know, and I just clean the guitar with it. And yeah, you know, since it's not nitrocellulose lacquer, you don't have to be afraid. Of course, you don't want to soak the guitar in water, but you know, that lacquer is like plastic, so that won't do any damage to the guitar. clean all that stuff off, all that grime. And then I have a towel and I dry it off again. Wow. And already it looks like a brand new guitar. Insane. Wow. Don't know if you guys can see that on the video, but check this out. In the light. In the light. Do 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 do. Spock's Beard. They're gonna release a new album, by the way. I don't know if you heard, but yeah. First song sounds amazing. Yeah. What's that smell? Yeah. Smells weird. But it looks great. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the same thing. Yeah, gross. Gonna do the same thing on the sides. Just give it a good wipe down. Yeah, and if there's some stubborn, some grime islands, I'll just use my fingernail to scrape that tiny bits of spit off from the former owner. And go over it one more time. Try it off again. Yeah, those Levinson guitars. I mean, I use them live every gig, on every gig I play. You know, like when I play acoustic guitars on that gig. I have a few bands where I only play electric. But when I play acoustic guitar, you know, I play those Levinsons. And I have been for the last, Jesus, how long? Maybe, I mean, it's only a guess, but 2010-ish, 11-ish, something like that, which would make it 15 years. Fuck, 15 years. We're getting old. If you're watching this, you're getting old. Yeah, and like, I mean, in that time, you know, in those 15 years, I never had a problem with those guitars, you know, like, other than like like a tuning head crapping out on me, you know. But that's just stuff you use. That's like normal wear and tear. But other than that, those guitars sound amazing. They stay in tune. I mean, yes, I don't have to hold back, you know. I can strum as hard as I want to, and they will sound great if I do that, which is usually not the case. And I've used them on countless recordings in the studio, and yeah, it's never let me down. It sounds amazing. With cheap mics, you know, with expensive mics. I mean, if you put a Neumann CMV 563 with an M7 capsule in front of that guitar, it's gonna blow you away. I can actually, yeah, blend in some music of this guitar mic'd with a Neumann M7 and tube mic. Sounds amazing, wouldn't believe it. And I can also show you what it sounds like with really cheap Stag mics. You know the brand Stag, S-T-A-G-G. Yeah, I got those mics when I bought like a microphone set, you know, on eBay ads. I actually bought that set for, I think it was 2 or 3 Shure SM57s. And you know, like the set had a great price. So I wanted the 57s and also got the Stags. And lo and behold, they sound great. I mean, I don't know if they would win a contest between those and a pair of Neumann KM184s, but for what they are, they sound great. See, that's what I do. Just put dish soap on it and wipe it off. Then it's gonna be clean and beautiful. What a beautiful guitar. What a beautiful guitar. So yeah, the back has got a few marks, a few dings, a few scratches. But as I always say, they won't be the last ones. And you know, like, a guitar is there to be played, so I don't really care about scratches, marks, dings and dongs on my guitar. Dong, it's probably not the right term. Oops, see? Yep, that's a new one. So okay. So now the body is clean. So now I'll go for the neck and the headstock. Ooh. mean, it was Halloween yesterday, but that headstock, ugh, that looks gross as fuck. Ouch, Joni, be gentle. Okay, take all that stuff off the neck. And the back of the headstock. And you know, like the buttons, I give them a good scrub. Which, yeah, I actually like those open vintage style tuners. They look great. And, you know, like I played a gig in Switzerland in summer. And I guess a screw came loose or something. So a string broke, and maybe from the force of the string snapping, you know, like when a string breaks during a song, you get nervous sometimes, especially when you need the broken string, when that's like a major part of the song, you know, of the voicing. So, breaking a string during a song is bad enough already, but then like more and more stuff kept falling off the guitar, and I didn't know what was going on. And when I took a look, like the whole gear and everything was gone, you know. And I don't know, like I guess a screw came loose, and yeah, you know, like which happens when you play that guitar for so many shows. I wouldn't actually call that a letdown or the guitar's fault, you know, like there's actually no maintenance with that guitar. Like I do nothing to it. Like I play it and I put new strings on. I rarely clean it or, you know, like oil the fretboard, you know, when it's been like a really hot summer and like hot gigs in the sun. Yeah, I put some oil on the fretboard, but other than that, no, like I don't take it apart and clean it or anything. So yeah, if something falls off every now and then, that's just, hey Tony, leave it, I need that. That's just normal wear and tear for me. Funny thing is, like the pickup, you know, like in that guitar, I used the LR Bags M1 Active, which sounds amazing. It's an amazing sounding pickup. But I don't know if you noticed, but the volume knob, it breaks. It just does, you know. Like if you use that potentiometer, that little one, in two of my guitars, when I put the guitar on 10, there's no output anymore. So, which is really weird because I use it as a solo boost, you know. And yeah, when you turn it all the way up and then it shuts your guitar off, yeah, not that great. But it is what it is, you know. A friend of mine actually has like a switch in his guitar. Stefan Klass, great guitarist. He plays with my friend Andy, and they have like a guitar duo together called Perm Jam. And He has a switch like on the guitar top, you know, and he can toggle on or off like his solo volume, which he can set with a potentiometer somewhere. Potentiometer. So, yeah, great idea, but he said it was kind of tricky, which I would have guessed because, you know, like with preamps and stuff. Joni, 9. Yeah, so I guess you have to really know what you're doing, you know, like when you build something like that. It's not just putting a switch in your guitar and a volume pot, you know. But I have to look into that because, you know, that would be the easiest thing, you know. Like if you could just switch the solo volume right on your guitar with a little switch in the top. And you don't need pedals or anything like that. That would be easy. Okay. Almost done cleaning. Give it a good scrub. So, do you have like a favorite acoustic guitar, guys? Tell me about it in the comments if you want to. Yeah, because I'm always interested. I mean, I'll tell you straight up, I'm gonna buy every Levinson I can get my hands on because I love those guitars, and the fear of not being able to buy them anymore has me really freaked out. So yeah, if anyone is out there that owns a 12-string Levinson he wants to get rid of, or any Levinson basically, shoot me a mail and we'll talk about it, because I love those guitars and I could not live my musical life without them. Okay. So, of course I'm not gonna put water on open crane, you know, like the fretboard or the bridge, but I give it a good scrub with a towel. But yeah, that guitar hasn't been played much, you know, like usually on the fretboard there are like islands of dirt, you know, like build up, sweat build up, skin, flakes of skin. Yeah, so you can see there's some dirt coming off, but yeah, nothing major. And yeah, that's it really. I'll go over the bridge briefly. Take the bridge pins out. And the bridge. Yeah. Okay. Guys, look at that. Huh? Is that a brand new guitar or what? Wow. I always loved that headstock. With that fishy fish logo. Fishy fish logo. Yeah. That looks brand new to me. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now I get the oil. So guys, what I use for oil is Zentralin Universalmaschinenöl. And I guess the company went out of business because I couldn't find that stuff anymore. There's still a little bit left. Oh, and I got that tip from Jörg Tandler, which is like one of the best luthiers out there in the world, probably. You know, because a lot of guys use that lemon oil, you know, all that stuff. But he told me that stuff, yeah, it will stay moist for a long time, you know. And it doesn't have, it says Säure und harzfrei. So it doesn't have any acids and it doesn't have any, what's harz? Wait, harz. I know that word. Sap. And like you can use it with, no, it's basically, it's like, it's sewing machine oil, you know, sewing machine oil. Come on, focus. Yeah, anyways. Sewing machine oil. And you can use it even in like a, I don't know, like a bread cutting machine or something like that, you know. So I guess it's not poison, which is good, you know. So, and what I do is I put like one drop on each fret, like that. Okay, that's it. And now I usually take like an old sock and what I do now is I just get that oil evenly distributed on the whole fret. And as you do this, your finger collects more and more oil. And then I go backwards once again. Now the fretboard's really oily. And usually, like you can see, like on the first fret, it's already starting to sink in, you know? Some of it had already disappeared. which, yeah, it looks really dry. And I do that to the bridge as well. Even to the sides of it, you know. You're just gonna put some oil on your guitar, but you know, on the finish, but who gives a crap? So now I let it sit for a couple of minutes and then I repeat for a couple more times, because I can already tell that guitar is thirsty. Look at that. That's what it looks like, you know. Get that oil all over the fretboard and all over the bridge. And yeah, just let it work its way in. And yeah, guys, from here, I guess we're gonna check back in a couple minutes. I usually go and watch a movie or, I don't know, do something else and just leave it sitting and yeah. So anyway, guys, we'll check back later and yeah. So see you in a couple of minutes. So guys, let me give you some close-ups. This is what it looks like. And as you can see, the oil is already getting sucked into the fretboard, you know. See those parts where there's no oil? That's where, when you can see that the guitar is really thirsty, you know. It's gonna drink up all that oil. You can see it all over. And it's been like 5 minutes or so, you know, which is pretty fast. Yeah, like see there on the edge, there's no oil left, nothing. So all that stuff is working itself into the guitar. I'm getting attacked. Ow! Hey! Hey. Yeah, so anyways, we're gonna have to repeat that for a couple more times. So guys, now this is like half an hour, and as you can see, yeah, wow. That guitar is really thirsty. There are areas like, look at that fret right there, this one. Like all the oil is gone. There's like a little bit on the edge of the fretboard. But yeah, basically everything's gone. So I'm gonna put on like another drop on every fret. So guys, this is the next day. And as you can see, all the oil magically disappeared. And already it looks a good bit darker. So I'm gonna go with one more layer of oil. So guys, here's what it looks like after a couple of hours. So on the first few frets there's still some oil left, as you can see. No, just a little bit, but here it's totally dry. But yeah, I don't want to overdo it. The bridge, it looks pretty greasy. I don't know, maybe I should go another round, no? Because when I look at the bridge, it's still greasy as fuck. I don't know. Maybe I'll go another round, but one more. I don't want to overdo it. Maybe I'll go, yeah, that bridge being still being greasy. Yeah, turn me around. Okay, I'll go one more round, and yeah, then I'm gonna wipe it off. So guys, yeah, this is the next day, and I have applied oil to that guitar maybe 3 more times. There's still areas where, yeah, the guitar just soaks it up like nothing, but I don't want to overdo it, and I'm getting impatient, so I'm just gonna, yeah, do it the next time when I change strings. So now I'm gonna take the excess oil off the guitar. I'm gonna start on the neck, and I'm just basically gonna rub it in or off. This will also clean the neck. Hey Joni, hilfst du mir? You gonna help me? Yeah, but already it looks so much healthier. I didn't get it to the color of my other guitar, but yeah. After all, it's a different piece of wood, you know. I thought I was gonna get it to the color of the other guitar, but I didn't. Joni 9. But it's a lot healthier now, so. Joni 9. Joni is starting to get really adventurous. She's starting to, oh, she's going for the camera now. Yeah, she's starting to throw down stuff from shelves, stuff like that. Yeah, there's some grimy stuff on the bridge as well, but that won't come off, so just gonna leave it on. Fortunately, we don't have to eat off our guitars, because that would be super gross. At least with my guitars. Because, you know, like, Blood, sweat and tears, baby. Okay, yeah. Go over the neck a couple more times. And I'm gonna put on some strings. And then maybe I'll get the Neumann cooking. My new M7 capsules. And yeah, let you guys hear what this baby sounds like. I need a real workbench for stuff like that. But I'm not grown up enough, you know, to have like a proper workbench. I'm not man enough. I mean, I'm really proud that I have a couple tools around at least, you know. Yeah, but I still need to grow up some more for like a proper workbench or even a tool shed or something like that. Hey, did you already see like the Academy of Tone episode of last week? Where we compared old Strats, vintage Strats. That was a fun episode. Only 9. Yeah, and I got my Marshall Blues Breaker back, which I borrowed Thomas to put it in the MX actually. So my Blues Breaker is gonna be in the MX if you buy one, which you should really, because this baby is gonna be a revolution. Jesus, I can't wait for that thing to come out. That's gonna be a revolution for sure, because there's nothing like it, you know. And Thomas, like Thomas Blug, he should really get bodyguards. He should get bodyguards. I mean, the guitar community should just chime in, collect some money, and get bodyguards for Thomas Blug, because what he's about to build with the MX, I mean, if you play the M1, you know exactly what he can do. And if you know his vision about the MX, and like if you have seen a few videos, have you seen the videos of Guitar Summit where he actually compares the MX to like a real Dumble? Insane. Like, this guy really is the mad professor, I tell you. And yeah, I mean, even knowing the guy, I'm proud to know this guy even, you know. And to know that like my pedal is gonna be in the MX when it comes out, that makes me really proud. even though I did nothing to be proud of, you know, like Thomas and his incredible team. They have done all the work. I just got lucky that I got a cool pedal for a cool price at one point. But anyways, you know. And I also got the new BluGuitar, the new BluGuitar Neocab Pro this week. And it sounds amazing as well. I mean, if you want like a really small setup, 9, show me. Some my bridge pins. If you need a really small setup, you know, for travel, the MX with the Neocab is amazing. And I mean, I've played neodymium speakers for a long time now. At least the last, I don't know, 15 years, longer even, like the last 18 to 20 years. I've played neodymium speakers live and in the studio. And I really like them, you know. To me, and it's not a weight thing for me, you know. Like I love that they are lighter, that you can carry them more easily. But for me, it's a feel thing, really. To me, they feel more snappy. They react a bit faster. At least, you know, that's what it feels like to me. Yeah. And the Neocab Pro sounds amazing, and it has that, you know, that snap. Yeah, I have to do a video on that one as well, because it sounds phenomenal. So guys, are you gonna get an MX? Because, to be honest, that is like the product I'm most excited about to come out. Like, I can't wait for this thing to hit the scene, because it's gonna be so amazing. I've watched The Game last night. Has anyone seen that movie with Michael Douglas? Great fucking movie. I've seen it at least like 20 times by now. And it showed up on my Halloween suggestions. So I thought, yeah, it's about time I'm gonna watch that movie again. I don't know, like sometimes when it comes to movies or series, I don't have the nerve to watch a movie I've never seen before, you know. I need to be in a somewhat adventurous mood to watch something new. Most of the time, you know, like watching something I've seen 1,000 times, I don't know, it just feels comforting. But anyway, it's a great movie. Okay. Yeah. See, there's gonna be like some frets don't know if you can see it, but there's gonna be some frets where still a little bit of the oil comes out. But yeah, that's to be expected. That's gonna happen like when you put strings on, when you play it, there's always gonna be like a little more oil coming out, you know, like not like a pool of oil, but you know. Your fingers gonna feel a little oily. Just from playing, you know, like I think you push the oil out, the excess oil. So I'm gonna go over it one more time. So, now look at the bridge. Doesn't that look amazing? And the neck, yeah, even the neck. I think it's gotten a bit darker than it was, you know. It's not the darkest piece of rosewood, but at least now it's healthy. And it won't start a fire right away if you drop your cigarette ashes on it. Going for the dish soap one more time. And I have a towel. I'll just use one of those. Okay, so let's get rid of the oil on the top. Wow, that's a clean guitar. That looks amazing. I'm not used to having clean guitars, you know. Mine usually look, yeah, really crusty. Ugh. Yucky. Yeah, wow. But look at that. Yes. That looks a lot better. Like, look at that shine. Wow. Ain't she a beauty? Ain't she a beauty? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Let's put on some strings. Okay guys, here I am with a pack of Elixir 80-20. Yeah, those are the best strings for me. I mean, I sweat a lot during gigs. And I don't know, like my sweat has always been like acid, you know, like the strings, they just rot away like nothing. Like you wouldn't believe it. If I play like usual strings, you know, like uncoated, normal acoustic guitar strings, you can hear them deteriorating after like 3 songs. I kid you not. 3 songs, you can hear it. Because every now and then, you know, like Elixir strings are really expensive. Ugh. They look like shit. They probably got wet at one point. Yeah. shouldn't really matter with Elixir Strings. Yeah, you know, it looked brand new. Yeah, because, you know, I still go through a lot of strings, even with playing Elixir Strings. You know, they break because I play very hard. They sound good till they do break. They will break, yeah, of course. And I still go through a lot of strings. And every now and then I get frustrated because I spend a lot of money on strings, and then I try some cheaper strings. But yeah, right now I'm at the point where I won't make experiments anymore, unless there's some string company out there that builds even better strings. But like for me, I haven't found anything better yet. No. And like, people approach me at times and they go like, yeah, we have coated strings as well now, and would you give them a try? And I always do, because yeah, like a string endorsement would be a dream come true for me, actually. But anything other than Elixir, yeah, it's gonna be hard. So if you're a string company and you build something similar or even better than Elixir, let me know. I'll gladly shoot them out, and yeah, I'd love to work together with a string company. Yeah, see, that's what I meant. Like, when you touch the fretboard, there's still gonna be some oil coming out of it. But that's not gonna change for a couple days, you know. I actually, before there were Elixir Nanoweb, because I have tried the polyweb strings before and I didn't like them at all, you know, because they sounded really dull, brand new, and I thought, what's the point of strings keeping that sound for weeks when they already sound old, you know? Yeah, and for the price they cost back then, yeah, I just didn't see it. But I still had a problem with strings sounding like shit after like 3 songs. And what I used to do back in the day, when we were playing a lot of pub gigs, I would actually, like, we played 3 sets a night. So I played 3 sets of strings a night. I really did. And, you know, it was a great spectacle for the crowd, because, like, whenever we would take a break, I would take out my wire cutters and go bam, 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 bam. And yeah, put a new set of strings on, you know, which meant I never had a break, because, you know, changing strings, stretching strings, yeah. So, ouch, Johnny, behave yourself. Yeah, there was no time for picking up groupies or anything like that. I did have the occasional beer. I did manage to get drunk, but yeah. Now, fun aside, it was a task every night. So yeah, playing Elixir Strings made things a lot easier. Okay, one more to go. Okay, now let me tune up my guitar real quick. Yeah, and I usually go for E flat with acoustic guitars, or when it's a band I sing in, because it's a lot easier to sing a half step down, you know. Andy keeps telling me a funny story. Like, he used to play in a metal band back in the day, and like for one gig they hired a guitar tech, and they started playing the first song, and the guitars were all over the place, you know, like it was a Kraut und Rüben, as we say in Germany. And what he did was, he actually heard that Metallica tune their guitars a half step down. So his logic was, you know, he had heard the rumor that Metallica tuned their guitars a half step down so it would sound fatter. And like, his logic was, he only tuned one guitar a half step down and the other two standard so it would sound fatter. That was his logic. And you know, like, if you know how a chorus pedal works, yeah, the logic wasn't that far off, you know, but a half step is too much, really. But that must have been so funny. By the way, guys, I use the Peterson app. Yeah, I love my Peterson tuners, and I have a video coming up of the new clip-on tuner, you know. Like, I used to have the old one for ages, used it at every gig in the studio. Like, it's really the best tuner if you don't have like a jack to plug a cable in, you know. And the new one even has like a rechargeable battery, which is really cool. Because I used to go through at least 2 batteries one summer. And now I can just recharge it via USB-C, which is really cool. And I'm actually gonna compare it to like the real mechanical Peterson strobes. So it's gonna be an interesting video for sure. Because I have a lot of Peterson tuners. I have like the Auto Strobe 490. I used to have the 590 as well. I have the Strobe Center 5000, the big kahuna of the guitar tuners. And I even have an old Con 12-wheel tuner. So it's gonna be an interesting video. Okay, let's stretch them one more time. I usually stretch them until they don't go out of tune anymore, you know? And every now and then I break a string while I stretch it. And then I could just take the guitar and make firewood out of it. Yeah, it's almost there. Almost there. Let's go one more time. Wow, was los, Joni? Wow, hallo. Hallo. Nein. Nein. The tiniest little bit. I'll go one more time. Okay. So, guys, finally, new guitar with new strings on. Beautiful guitar. I mean, look at that wood, that grain. Oh, I love it that it looks like reddish, you know, that deep color, then the binding, and then this beautiful sunburst top. Oh, it's a beautiful guitar. Beautiful, beautiful. I hope that they will still be able to build them somehow, because, you know, for me, they are really the best acoustic guitars out there. And it would be a shame if they wouldn't make them anymore. I mean, look at that. Look at that 3D flame in the wood. Oh, man. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'll just throw up the Neumann and play you a few chords on it.